Hi, my name is Wafula Mutekele, and I'm a digital strategy consultant with Gorasi Technologies. I work with in partnership with several consultants in different fields to help entrepreneurs evolve their businesses through the different stages of business growth. That is from startup stage to growth stage all the way up to maturity stage. So I'm a consultant with Gorasi Technologies, and Gorasi Technologies is an integrated business consultancy as well as technology agency with a bias on digital strategy, business intelligence, market research, and capacity building. The mission of Gorasi Technologies is to provide entrepreneurs with business focused people-based technology and business solutions that help them to optimize their operations, minimize or mitigate risks, as well as realize both measurable and tangible business value. Our core objective being to help micro, small, and mid-sized businesses to catalyze their growth through custom programs that are built around a predictable performance framework. The main problem facing entrepreneurs is there's a challenge of working in the business as well as working on the business. Of course, because of resource constraints and capital limitations, you find that during those initial or startup years, an entrepreneur has to wear many hats. They're still the managers, they're still the tech guy. They have to do everything in their business. They even are the ones who are delivering the product or the service to the customer. And until the business develops healthy cash flows, you find that they have a challenge in working on the business. So there's a big problem in terms of planning and documenting processes, as well as strategies for development and growth. And this is a gap. It's a huge gap and it's a huge challenge. And that is what prompted me to take this. I'm not that much of a video guy, but I thought maybe we could be having some couch sessions, coaching. So I'll be coaching whoever will benefit from this information out here. If you're an entrepreneur or you're a business person and you feel that you're having some challenges in your business and it's not clear what could be the problem. So it's just an issue of having some sense of structure in your business, and also taking the time to come up with comprehensive plans and defining your business, defining your processes, working every day to improve and refine your processes, studying your market, refining your product or service to meet the changing needs of the market. And this is something that needs to happen in a systematic way. So because of this, I'm going to be acting as a business coach for you. We'll be having these couch sessions just for me to share with you some of the knowledge and experience that I've garnered over the years that might be able to help you as an entrepreneur in your endeavor. So let us start by first of all understanding that it's very important for an entrepreneur to test the viability of their business idea. What are the conditions for a feasible business? How do you make sure that the business that you're running is viable? This is the importance of research. As a startup entrepreneur, it's very important to have some capital set aside just for researching your market. Probably the first 6 to 12 months, depending on the nature of your business, will be involved in testing the viability of your business idea, refining the prototype or the initial version of your business. So this research phase, in Gorasi Technologies, this research phase, we refer to it as the pre-traction stage. So there are 3 stages in which we help entrepreneurs mature their businesses. That is the pre-traction stage, then the traction stage, and the optimization stage. The pre-traction stage, we will talk about all this later on in other videos perhaps, but the pre-traction stage is meant for the entrepreneur to study their market, identify who their target market really is, test the hypothesis, and establish whether there's real possibility of building traction. So before they invest fully into the traction stage or the full-scale version of their business, then there's this research phase where they are setting up and defining. A lot of definitions are happening in this stage, and we're going to talk about what this entails also in this video, as well as other upcoming videos after this one. So welcome to this business coaching session. And I hope you'll be able to benefit from what I'll share with you. Feasible business should have a value proposition. You should be able to understand what your target market's problem is and how your product or service is solving their problem. Now, that is not enough to develop a value proposition. You also need to study the competition and study the problems of your target market. Now, the difference between what you're offering and what your competition is offering to your target market becomes your value proposition, because you're both solving the problem of the customer. But why should the customer choose you over your competition? It's because of your unique value proposition, your unique selling point for your product or service. And that is why during those initial stages of defining your business, it's very important for you to study the competition, study the target customer, understand their problems, and then craft a solution and a message of how your product or your service meets their needs. Okay. Once you define the value proposition for your target market, and you've studied the competition, and now you know what you're offering your target market, other conditions for having a feasible business is you need to come up with a marketing strategy, because marketing is key to the success of any business. Even those that just want to maintain, you still have to maintain your market share. You still have to maintain your profit. So you have to keep marketing and innovating, meeting the changing needs of your target market, so that you don't go out of business, to lose your business to competitors. So you have to make sure that you define a marketing strategy, define a sales strategy, how you're going to deliver your product or your service to the customer. You have to have a production model and a distribution model, as well as healthy cash flows. If any of these things are out of place in your business, then you may not really have a viable business. And I think it's important that during the research phase, an entrepreneur should take the time to make sure that these things are in place. So this is the research phase. It's the stage during which the entrepreneur will set up their digital assets. They will define the various aspects of their business, including the value proposition, the customer segments that they are serving. And each of those customer segments will have different pain points. So depending on what your business is offering, you'll be able to define each segment and what you're offering them. Then of course you have to define the customer relationships that you want to have with them, and the channels through which you're going to both relay your marketing messages to them, as well as the channels through which you're going to distribute your products and services to your customer. Now, when you're defining your business, it's very important as an entrepreneur to make sure that you get the culture just right, because a startup culture is the heart of the business. And culture here will consist of things like, most definitely, you have to articulate very clearly your vision statement. What is your vision statement? This is an image of, it's a perfect picture in your imagination of where you want to go and what kind of impact you want your business to have on the larger society. So it's a picture of a grand future that you aspire to. and this is what will form the basis of, this is what will power your ambition as well as how you motivate your team. Okay, so it's very important to have a vision statement. It's very important also to have a mission statement and some core values. Okay, and also within the startup or within your business, you need to embrace your core values internally before you can use the same core values to govern your relationship with the external world. Nailing a company culture from the word go is very important, because nothing else will work if your people are not aligned, and your people are aligned through embracing and embodying your core values, and those are tied to your mission statement and your vision statement. So during the initial stages of defining your startup, it's very important to come up with what is your culture code. So in another video, we're going to go deeper into what culture code is and what are its elements, how do you develop it, of course. Being a first video, I think I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is, like I'd said earlier, my name is Wafula Mutekele. I am a digital strategy consultant as well as business coach, and I help entrepreneurs to structure their businesses. I work in partnership with consultants in different verticals and industries, but many times we find that entrepreneurs in different industries face different kinds of challenges, and so some solutions can cut across the board, and some have to be customized for the specific application, okay, of the specific situation for that entrepreneur. What is traction? Traction is achieved when a business has defined itself and its value proposition to its target market and is able to relay this message to its target market effectively for them to respond and engage and become customers. So a business acquires traction when it's defined and implement a repeatable process which is easy to scale, at the same time delivers value to the target market on a continuous basis, and also there is innovation involved to improve the product or service to meet the needs of the target market. So how do you achieve traction? You achieve traction through generating demand for your products and services and monitoring the market response, evaluating just how effectively your product or service is meeting the needs of the market, and innovating around modifying your product or service to meet these needs, of course. So entrepreneurs, before they reach this stage where they can invest a significant amount of money in their startup, then they need to set up aside some amount of money for researching and setting up and defining various aspects of their business before they roll out fully. So this stage is very important. The pre-traction stage is very important, and in our future coaching sessions, we will probably talk about, most definitely, we will talk about all these aspects of building your business and evolving your business, and coming up with effective cultures, and of course ultimately developing effective roadmaps and strategies that are based on defined goals and targets, and also defined processes. And of course roadmaps and strategies are useless if they are not executed upon. So we are going to be also talking about how to effectively execute on your roadmaps and strategies, just to make sure that your business evolves. So in the next video, we are going to be talking about the tenets of business and management, and I hope to see you then. Thanks.